So, dear children, today's topic is the making of Germany. So, today we will learn in details how the process of Germany unifications happens. So, dear children, in my previous classes, I have explained to you in details about the revolutions made by the liberals in 1848. So the revolutions made by the liberals in 1848 has a close connections with the making of Germany. So let us discuss in details how the process of unifications happen in Germany. So dear children, the unifications of Germany, it was started in 1848, and here we see that before the unifications of Germany, the Germany was having 39 confederations of states, and already we see that the liberals groups who started the unifications process right from 1848. So in 1848 they started unifying the German regions because they were greatly inspired with the ideas of making nation states, and when they were greatly inspired with the ideas to make the nation states, they started the process of making Germany. Because here the peoples, the common peoples, the middle classes, they are no longer going to tolerate, or they are no longer going to be under the control of the monarchy, because during the time of monarchy there is no equality, there is no equal opportunity, there is no equal laws. So there is atrocity, there is discriminations. In order to counter those problems, we see that peoples are started revolting against the monarchy. So here we see, in order to unify the German regions, the peoples of middle classes, they started the election process. And when they started the election process, through the elections process, 831 elected representatives were made, and after the process of elections, they went towards the Frankfurt Parliament. They sat there, they framed the constitutions, and they sent the proposals to the kings that they are no longer going to have the absolute monarchy, rather than they want to have the parliamentary form of government in which the kings is going to be the nominal head. So when the discussions was happening there during that time, the king of Prussia, Frederick William IV, he do not want to be the nominal head of the nations, and due to disliking such kind of systems, he cancels the proposals of the constitution monarchy. So here the liberal groups, they are proposing the kings, giving a proposal to have the constitutional monarchy, because they do not want to have monarchy systems, because monarchy are having unlimited power. So they do not want to have the monarchy systems in the society. And due to that, they are giving a proposals, but the kings, the emperor, he is no longer willing to become the nominal head of the nations. And he is disagree with the proposals of these liberal groups, and he is joining with another 39 kings of the states, at the same time joining the army, joining the landlords, joining the small kings which are found in 39 states of Germany, and he is successfully disband the parliament. He successfully suppressed the liberal movements which has happened in 1848. So here the king the Frederick William, he is no longer going to be the constitutional monarchy, because he is deciding that his power should be supreme in the nations. So in 1857, the King of Prussia, the King Frederick William IV, unfortunately he got paralyzed. And when he got paralyzed, during that time, his brother had to take the charge. So, dear children, when Frederick William IV got paralyzed in 1857, then in the year 1861, he was passed away. And as soon as he passed away, his brother Kaiser Wilhelm, who became the ruler of Prussia. Then the Kaiser Wilhelm I, he was having a very strong desire to unite the whole Germany, because the Germany areas was occupied by Austria, Denmark as well as France. So here some parts of Germany was occupied by Austria, Denmark as well as France. So here the emperor as well as the ruler Kaiser William I, he put his desire before the chief minister known as Otto von Bismarck, and here the ruler Kaiser William I, Otto von Bismarck, they came forward, they took the help of the middle classes. So here the liberal middle classes, they supported the ruler Kaiser William I and Otto von Bismarck. So all of them came forward, and after coming forward, they started unifying the Germany regions, which was taken by Austria, Denmark as well as France. So here some areas are occupied by Austria, Denmark and France. So dear children, here we understood that when all areas of Germany will be unified, then only the Germany unifications will happen completely. So because already I have told you that some parts are occupied by Austria, Denmark and France. So when all areas are no longer going to be part of Germany, then we cannot say the unifications has happened in Germany. So these unifications process, it was started by the chief minister Otto von Bismarck, by taking the help of the peoples, by taking the help of the army, by taking the help of the bureaucracies. And here the Otto von Bismarck, he is adopting ideas called blood and iron. And what is the ideas of blood and iron symbolizes here? It is symbolizing for people's unity. So here these Chief Minister Otto von Bismarck, he took the help of Prussian army, he increased the army here. Then the middle classes, they started supporting the Otto von Bismarck. They supported the ideas of the kings. They supported the ideas of these Otto von Bismarck, and they started the revolutions. And when the revolutions was began, with the armies as well as with the officials as well as with the help of these peoples, we understand that there was 3 wars. There was 3 wars over 7 years with Austria, Denmark and France, in which Prussia got victory. So here there was 3 wars over 7 years with Austria, Denmark and France, in which the great army, the great Prussian army who got victory over the war, and which the Prussia got victory, and Kaiser William I was declared the Emperor of Unified Germany. So dear children, here the army is going to be the architect of the nations. How the army is going to be architect of the nation? Because there is 3 war over 7 years with Austria, Denmark and France, in which the powerful army of Prussia, they got victory, and in which the Kaiser William I was declared the Emperor of Germany. So dear children, as we understood that when there was 3 wars over 7 years with Austria, Denmark and France, we see that the Prussia who got the victory, and when Prussia ruler got victory, he was declared the Emperor of Unified Germany. So here the Prussian king Kaiser William I, who has been declared the Emperor of Unified Germany. Already we had the discussions that there were some regions that was occupied by Austria, Denmark and France. So with the help of army, with the help of Prussian army, or with the help of the peoples as well as the bureaucracy, they defeated Austria, Denmark and France. There was 3 wars in 7 years in which the Prussia, they got victory over all these 3 countries named Austria, Denmark and France, and in which the Kaiser William I, who has been declared the Emperor of Unified Germany. So it was in the palace of Versailles. There were all kings, there were landlords, there were the different leaders, the Otto von Bismarck. Everybody were present there, in which they declare Kaiser William I is the Emperor of this Unified Germany. So it was happened in January 18 January 1871. The Kaiser William I became the Emperor of Unified Germany. So dear children, when the Kaiser William I, when he came into power, became the ruler of the Unified Germany, he changed some of the systems. And what is that? Modernizing the currency in Germany. Then he developed the banking systems. He developed the judicial systems. So he reformed, as well as he developed many systems in the society. They are such as banking systems, modernizing the currency, developing the judicial systems. So all these systems which came into being with the unifications of Germany. Thank you, my dear children, for listening to me.